Folks, forgive me if I look crazy. We've been working today. This video is a video that I've thought about doing. It needs to get done. I want to share this story with you guys, but more importantly, this video is it's kind of a message to, well, one person in particular, and also to, well, I guess my neighbors as well. I don't know what to really title this, so I'm kind of putting this together on the fly. I'm going to share something with you guys that I haven't shared in video. I talked about this on the Bobo, twitch.tv/AfterPrisonShow. If you want the behind the scenes, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Fridays, that's where we do that thing. It's for like an hour. The best morning show in the world. Folks, as of late, you guys know that I have become infatuated with storage auctions, and I'm really glad and fortunate and grateful that you guys have been enjoying sharing in these adventures with us. We've been able to put guys to work. We've been able to find all sorts of goodies. We've got tons of stuff listed for sale and have yet to sell anything except one item. We did sell one item, so that was a really good thing. But for once in quite a long time, this is not going to be about storage units. I don't know what to title this video. My neighbors hate me. My neighbors don't trust me. Something crazy happened. It could be titled all of those things, and none of those are clickbait. Folks, I'm going to share a story with you that just recently happened. This happened on last Friday, and before I get into this story, the very first thing that I want to show you is my arms. Now, you probably can't see this very well, but I'm going to try to do this. You're probably not seeing the grass clippings that are coming off of my arm. We do have a yard or two that we cut in the neighborhood. We've done work, for some people very close by. And shout out to those people for giving us an opportunity to work for them. And we work hard for them as well. When somebody calls and they say, hey, can you come cut our grass? We're going over there to cut that grass. Today we went and did that. I took 4 guys with me. It was me, Jellico, Jew-Man, and Mike. And it's important that I share that with you because of what this story is about. Something crazy just recently happened. And I need to let you know that authorities have been involved at this point. I am actually talking to the police. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine for an extra hot dog tray. And though I make that sound funny, or at least I attempt to try to make that sound funny, and you're probably like, damn, Joe, you talking to the police though, for real though? You supposed to be After Prison Show. Sometimes, folks, you got to talk to the police, especially when you got crazy things happening. What happened last Friday is a perfect example of that. And also, another perfect example of how you really know that you made it on the internet. On last Friday, I can't remember what time it was probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Jellico and I would be on our way back from one of the 5 first storage units that we've been dabbling with. We got back to the house, we were in the box truck. When we got back, as soon as we pulled into the driveway, this car pulled up behind us. It was a white vehicle, an SUV. I also noticed that it was a woman driving, had no idea who this woman was. As we exited out of the box truck, I got out, Jellico got out, this woman just sat there for a while. And then, she would get out of her car, she would look around a little bit, she would go to the trunk of her car, pop the back hatch to the SUV. I didn't know what she was pulling out. My first thought was, maybe it was my wife selling something on Facebook Marketplace, maybe offer up, maybe she was buying something. I honestly didn't know. I didn't know how to approach this situation. Should I approach this woman? She's in my driveway, like, what is going on here? And the amount of time that all of this is taking place, folks, it took about 3 minutes. 3 long minutes, 3 awkward long minutes at that. I finally would walk up on this woman as she was coming around to the passenger side of her vehicle, and I said, excuse me, ma'am, can I help you? And folks, when I tell you this is about as crazy as it gets, a lot of what we do here is about as crazy as it gets, but this is no exception to that. I asked this woman if I could help her. Excuse me, ma'am, can I help you? And she would look at me and then say, are you Joe Guerrero? I said, I am. Can I help you? She would tell me that she received a letter in the mail saying that I am not to be trusted. Now, when she says this to me, I kind of laugh about this because, look, a lot of crazy stuff has, it happens. I get stuff delivered to the house, very inappropriate stuff gets delivered here. We had numerous pizza deliveries tried to get delivered here, like $80 pizza deliveries that I got to pay for when it shows up. I'm not paying for it. I didn't order it. So I got to tell this guy who's working for tips and probably not much else, dude, I didn't order that. Somebody has been, doing some pranks on me. I'm sorry. So when this woman tells me that she received a letter in the mail, and mind you, I've received quite a few letters in the mail. I'm going to show you. This is the last letter that I received in the mail, forwarded from Orlando, Florida. Like I said, the authorities are involved in this. I cannot wait for them to get you, because I will be in that courtroom pointing you out. That's the guy. Well, here's the letter. Here's a screenshot of the letter at least. And on the letter, it just says, guess who? And then it's addressed to Joey Guerrero Jr. I'm not a junior. I'm the second. CO Brett Jellicoe. CO Lockdown 23-1. CO APS 15 minutes is up. You wouldn't happen to be sending threats through the mail, would you? That's a federal offense. Some people think that they got all the damn sense, as does this troll right here. Now, what this letter right here has in common with the letter that this woman tells me that she received in the mail telling me, or telling her that I'm not to be trusted, is when she finally showed me the letter. I'm no FBI handwriting analysis person, though they'll probably be involved in this situation as well. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that this handwriting right here is the same as that handwriting right there. The woman tells me she received a letter in the mail saying that I'm not to be trusted. As soon as I hear this, I ask this woman, the first question that anybody in my situation would ask, and that is, who are you? Are you a neighbor? She would go on to tell me that she is the head of the HOA, who is probably watching this video right now, as is probably my neighbors. So hello, welcome to my house. And welcome to After Prison Show. I know you guys probably have never seen me go to work. You probably see a boatload of individuals at my house. It probably looks like we're a little mob, maybe some bootleggers, maybe some hardworking individuals. Now that you know about After Prison Show, you should definitely check out what I do, because I do a lot of positive things. When the woman told me that she was the head of the HOA, I kind of got a little scared for a second, but then I thought to myself, well, what power do you really got anyways? Let's just keep it funky. You can find me, I did some reading. You actually do have some power, so don't think that I'm sending any shots. And you were a very nice woman. However, that situation, it was very awkward. I felt discriminated against. Let's just be 1,000 about the situation, but you had every right to come over here and question me, like the feds, because you didn't even, we didn't have a conversation. This was an interrogation in my driveway. And allow me to continue. When the woman tells me she's the head of the HOA, I kind of get a little nervous. Then I think to myself, what does that even really mean? That was before I did the research, and more power to you. You got some power. I would apologize. I would say, look, hey, I'm sorry that you received this letter in the mail. I've been to prison. I'm a convicted felon, drug charges. Now I do this thing on social media. It's called After Prison Show. She says, oh, I know exactly what you do. Why am I in the interrogation room in my driveway? Why is this taking place? She tells me she knows exactly what I do. She knows exactly what my charges were. She says, she doesn't say those exact words. She says, well, I know that you're not a murderer, and I know that you don't have any really bad charges, so you've done your homework. Touche. I say to the woman, I don't know how to resolve this situation. I've had pizzas delivered to my house. She didn't really understand what I meant by that, but like I said in this video, hopefully that makes a little more sense. I say, I don't know how to resolve the situation. I apologize that you received this letter. And she says, oh, no. I did not receive this letter. Hold on, you just showed up at my house telling me that you got this letter saying I'm not to be trusted. She says, I did not receive this letter. Your neighbors did. I cannot wait to testify against you in court. God, I cannot wait. We are making a video about you. What will you be like in prison? She says the neighbors received the letter. They didn't know what to do, so they contacted her. I said, look, hey, I'm sorry the neighbors received this letter. I said, can I see the letter? Do you have the letter? And she had a screenshot of the letter on her phone, which is where I saw, the handwriting that matches pretty much this handwriting right here. After Prison Show is not that relevant, so I know that it's only one troll, because it's been one troll who's been sending handwritten letters. Who writes handwritten letters anymore? My God, your infatuation with me, it's deep. It belongs on a Lifetime movie. Do I have a legitimate stalker? And see, I'm making a lot of jokes about this, and I'm making fun of you specifically, whoever you are. She shows me the letter on her phone, and this is not just like a paragraph. Hey, this guy Joe Guerrero lives across the street. He's not to be trusted. It's not just a paragraph. This is the level of the stalkeredness. I have a stalker. That should be the title of this video. Or my neighbors hate me. I like that one better. This was not just a paragraph, folks. This was a huge paragraph. Handwritten, mind you. Probably like 300 words crammed into that first paragraph. I didn't get a chance to read the entire letter because she just held it up real quick, but all I saw was this big paragraph, and then in the middle, there was like a little separation. It had my full name, all my charges, Jellicoe's full name, all his charges, and Dave's full name, all of his charges. And then there was a small paragraph at the end. And what the woman would tell me, she says, look, the letter says that if these guys come soliciting you at your door, they're not to be trusted. They're all convicts, ex-felons, all have been to prison, yada, yada. So I think to myself, I'm like, why the hell would anybody even do this in the first place? You know, After Prison Show ain't been nothing but positive. Yes, we've had drama along the way. We've had to bung some people, banning them from, different things. If I hurt you, if I truly hurt you in any way, your feelings, there's a bucket for those. Get your feelings about the bucket. But if I truly hurt you, you're going to have a tough time in life. You're going to really have a tough time in life. And you're going to have an even tougher time in prison because that's where you're going. The authorities, I can't say that any clearer, have been involved in this situation. Joe will be in court at some point, pointing the finger at you, telling Cody, make sure this is the thumbnail. I don't even want an extra hot dog tray for this. Because you're going to be getting plenty of hot dogs where you're going. And I mean penises for real, not hot dogs. Like, I can't be mad at this woman for this. You got every right to be concerned when you receive a handwritten letter in 2019 about your neighbor. When she came over here, I got mad. She said, I received a letter saying you're not to be trusted. I said, you know what? I've been to prison. I said, but I own this house. I said, and everybody who's over at my house, they felons too. I might as well stick a sign in the front yard and say, it's all convicts over here. Because y'all already know. Hello again, neighbors. You already know. You see us out there all day long and we're working. Or I'm in here doing my videos. I think back to the time when Jellicoe went over to the neighbor's house and he got the complete stank eye and basically got ran off with the chin up to the ceiling. I'm not interested. Did the letter get sent prior? How many neighbors received the letter? Did you make photocopies? Or was it only one? What neighbor was it? The woman would not tell me. So now, when I step outside and I see the neighbors and they're looking over their shoulders at me, always watching. I guess I don't got to worry about getting invited to a neighborhood cookout. No, I ain't got to worry about that. There's actually a neighborhood cookout coming up very soon. I really want to go to that and wear a shirt that says, well, After Prison Show would be appropriate. This made me mad for a number of reasons. Here I am on my property getting interrogated. And this person has every right to be concerned, especially considering who that person was. But then I think about we got the work that we're trying to do with the moving and the landscape, and you just trying to mess that up for us, ain't you? What, you want to see us fail? Are you that miserable in life that you want to try to make things more miserable for somebody who's actually putting forth the initiative to do something with themselves? I could call you a lot of things speaking directly to whoever you are. I will soon find out. We have a lot of eyes on this situation right now. And I know you're scared. You should be. You're going to get caught. And I will be in that courtroom with a camera at that. I will set up visitation to see how you're doing. And with the fact that you're sitting there trying to mess it up for us, telling my neighbors that I'm not to be trusted, they were already not speaking to me prior to this. They're definitely not going to be speaking to me now. That's why I look the way that I do right now. I'm dirty. Because guess what? I just got done doing some work in the neighborhood. I could feel a lot of different ways about this. I could literally feel stereotyped. I could feel discriminated against. Do you understand how this whole situation could play out? Did I literally just get discriminated against? Oh my God. And yeah, I'm mad. I got every right to be, just as the woman had every right to do what she did. Was it right? I don't think that it was. The conversation between me and her would wrap up with her telling me, thank you for what you do. Because she knows what I do in the community. I literally try to do good things, putting guys to work, providing work and job opportunities and transportation and apartments and hope and inspiration and comedy. She said to me, thank you for what you do. I'm not a military service member. You don't have to thank me for anything. I'm just trying to live a better life for myself and also try to inspire and help dudes along the way and gals to do the same for themselves. Don't thank me. Just get off my property is what I was thinking, but not what I said. I had another point to all of this and I can't remember. My brain went blank for a minute. I was thinking about storage auctions that are coming up. You know, like I said, this happened on last Friday. It was late in the day. It was probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Me and Jellica were just getting back from looking at 2 storage units, preparing for more storage units. And this woman pulled up immediately behind us in my driveway as soon as we got to the house. And if you're not picking up on what I'm saying right there, what I'm saying is this woman was waiting for us. I didn't see her. I didn't see her car parked on the side of the road. She could have been anybody. Too ironic for the fact that we just pulled up and she pulled in right behind us for that to be fate, for that to be coincidence. This woman was on a damn stakeout. She knew that we weren't there. And when we pulled up, she pulled in right behind us. You know, I want to say to her, sorry I'm making this video, because you're probably watching this right now feeling pretty crazy. I want to say to my neighbors who are probably feeling pretty awkward about this, you know, I'm a good dude. I don't cause any problems. You know, I do YouTube for a living amongst many other business ventures, legitimate business ventures. I keep to myself. I try to keep it quiet. I try to keep it, you know, respectful in the neighborhood. You know, there's other YouTubers, Jake Paul, somebody you probably never heard of. These guys like ride dirt bikes and wheelies up and down the street. I could do that, but I don't. I am a very mature individual, and I try to carry myself with respect. And if you received this letter in the mail, I truly do apologize. You know, I'm sorry you had to learn about who I was this way. And I don't hold any animosity towards you whatsoever. I don't hold any animosity toward the head of the HOA. You got every right to be concerned if you get a letter in the mail talking about your neighbor. You got every right. If you ever need your grass cut, you know, we offer lawn care. If you ever need anything moved, you see that big box truck that you probably can't stand seeing, but I've tried to be more respectful putting that in the backyard now. The head of the HOA told me I had to do that. I've respected that since being told so. I work very hard for everything that I have, and I try to work dudes very hard to have things for themselves as well. So that's my message to all of the neighbors, to the head of the HOA. That's my message also to the troll. And one final thing that I want to wrap this all up on is when this took place, like I felt very crazy after it was all over with. Like, damn, man. Like, this didn't feel like it was the right thing to do. I felt like, you know, how dare somebody come and interrogate me in my driveway? You know, no matter if she was right or not, that's how I felt. And I also told Jellico this. I'm going to share it with you now because I've already done it. I told Jellico, I said, man, I do not want to tell my wife about this. Who the head of the HOA also asked what my wife does for a living. Not that that's any of her business. But I told her, I said, my wife has a very good career. You know, I told my wife what happened, and my wife was pissed. You know, she was ready to email, she was ready to call. Like, how dare they? You know, come and interrogate me on my property. You know, what if I wasn't doing YouTube for a living? What if it was just some freaking punk kid who just wrote a letter, hey, your neighbor is, you know, this or that? I don't know, does it carry the same weight? Is it still something to be very concerned about? It probably should be. You know, but, God. The shit that we deal with here on After Prison Show. And no matter what, like this happened last Friday and we've been keeping it moving. Maybe it was last Thursday. We've been keeping it moving. Smile on our face. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Hey, how you doing? Can we help you? You know, sometimes he's got to let things slide. It's got to be water under the bridge. This situation is, like I said, the authorities have been made aware of this situation. Doing things through the mail, it is a serious offense. It's a federal offense at that. When you start to involve the mail, you're going to be getting involved with mail as well. Mails up. As in prison, when you get to where you're going. Trying to mess with me and I ain't done nothing to you, and if I did, I don't care. Just going to keep it 1,000. But don't think for a second I won't make a video and be like, yo, you know who that dude is? Bordo! Bordo! I heard they be watching After Prison Show in prison now. A little food for thought, a little something to let fester and marinate and keep you up at night, as it should. Because I ain't losing no sleep over you. I don't sleep as it is. Folks, this was a story that I wanted to share with you because it's crazy. I'm going to be honest with you. When this happened, for a brief, fleeting second, I thought about putting my house up for sale. Damn neighborhood ran me out. All these awkward glances. I got a happy little life right here. You know? And I also do this video because if anything were to ever happen to me prior to this person getting caught, well, at least you know it's been documented on this video what the hell has been going on. And that's for real, you know? That is for real. I want to thank each and every one of you who rocks with After Prison Show. I can't thank you guys enough for, accompanying me and accompanying the crew on this journey that we have gone down for almost 4 years. November will make 4 years that After Prison Show has been a thing. October will make 4 years that I've been home from prison after serving 7 long years. In case the neighbors were wondering what my background was. And it's been one hell of a ride. We're always trying to do the very most that we can, and it means the world having each and every one of you along for the ride. And to any neighbors who, want to keep tabs on us, make sure that you subscribe. There's a little way that you're able to do that right there. There's also a bell that you can click on as well for notifications. So anytime we're doing anything and you're curious about why we got a 100-yard tarp in the backyard, turning the backyard into a slip and slide, which was one of my ideas for when we first moved in here. We just never put it together. I was going to go get a bobcat, dig dunes in the backyard. We're going to have hills and jumps, get a dirt bike ripping up and down the street. I was going to turn the entire backyard into water country, but I didn't do that. I value my lawn, and now I do lawn care. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to check out this video. It's super hot up here. I want to take a shower. I am sweaty. We've been in nasty storage units that we're now stuck with. We got us a warehouse now, folks. And we've been cutting yards. We got moving work coming up. We got a big landscaping job coming up. And we're going to keep moving forward. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did so, please leave a like and a comment. Let me know exactly what you thought about all of this, because this is pretty crazy. And as always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day.